Here are my personal top picks for altcoins in 2025. I've added a column here for NA because there are certain coins which I don't feel comfortable talking about because I don't feel that I'm educated about, and equally I don't think it would be in good faith for me to talk about this in my opinion. So before we jump into it, guys, just need to make a quick disclaimer. Please read this with care. This video is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile and highly risky. No results are guaranteed. This content is for experienced users only, and there's a full legal disclaimer in the description below. So, to jump into it, again, Bitcoin, not an altcoin, but we're going to have to put it in S tier, purely because it is the founding of crypto, in my opinion. Next, going to have to talk about Cardano ADA. And for me personally, it's a coin which I've been in for a very long time. It is my biggest holding in all of crypto, and it's a coin which I believe has got a lot of potential in the bull run. Again, we know Charles Hoskinson is the co-founder of Ethereum and founder of ADA. It's got so many amazing things that have been going on recently. The partnerships, the ETFs, and I think that with the market cap, and you couple that with the different economic factors, I think that ADA is in really good shot in terms of risk reward with its market cap. So for me, I'm going to have to put ADA in S tier. Next one is Doge, and for me, I'm going to have to put this in B tier. It's a coin that a lot of people love and a lot of people hate. Loads of people got absolutely destroyed with this coin, and a few people made a really insane amount of money. But I still think that Doge does have the potential. Again, it's got links with Elon Musk, and as well as this, it's got ETFs, but the market cap is pretty big for Doge, so it's going to be pretty much impossible to see any kind of same level of returns that we saw previously, albeit it has done fairly well. So that next one is Chainlink. I'm going to have to put this at the top of B tier list because we know how well Chainlink and its ability to interoperate with lots of other cryptos in the whole space, its use case, again, its market cap, I think that it's a coin that can perform super well. Litecoin, a coin which I have to put in D tier, guys. I'm sorry if you hold this, but in my opinion, I haven't seen much narrative around Litecoin this cycle. And actually, in the last few years, I believe that they transitioned some stuff into a meme coin or something to do with that. But I haven't seen much going on with Litecoin. And I think that, in my opinion, there's a lot of other coins out there that can perform better. Again, next, I'm going to have to put Ethereum into A list. We all know Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum. This coin has got such longevity so far, and it's a coin which has got the ETFs, it's got amazing narrative now. Again, it was struggling, I believe, earlier in the year and last year, but now we're starting to see a lot more positive things, along with the ETFs, the advancements that they've been making, and I believe that it's a coin which can do quite well, in my opinion. Next is Solana. Again, ETH, Solana, bit of a battle there, but me personally, I'm going to have to put Solana in S tier, personally. Just based on my own personal use case with Solana. I've used it and I believe it has been the fastest one that I've used out of all cryptos, and at the same time, so Solana was a coin that I accumulated a fair amount during the FTX collapse, and it's done exceptionally well so far, so it would be a disservice for me to not put Solana in S tier. And as well, I think that this coin is going to be around for a few years. Again, who knows what's going to happen in multiple years after the bull run ends, but I still think that at the moment it's a coin risk reward can do quite well. Again, there's obviously no guarantees, but I do like this coin. BNB at the moment, I'm going to put that into C because I don't personally invest in exchange coins. Again, BNB is a coin that has done super well, and it's a coin I wish I got into, but again, you got to understand that you can't get into all coins. But BNB from this point slightly diminished returns, but a coin which nevertheless has performed pretty well. Next one is XLM. I think that this coin personally, when we look at the market cap, we look at its links to XRP, its ETFs, its partnerships. I think it's got so many amazing things going on with it, and it's a coin which I personally have bought some in the past, a coin which I'm not currently in, and I wish I got in, again, like a lot of other people out there. But this coin, I believe, I have to put it in S tier. I really like it. SHIB, gonna have to put this in C tier, although it could technically outperform Doge when we look at the market cap, but I don't think the narrative at the moment is there for SHIB, and haven't really seen too much about it. I think this one is a little bit more hype based than Doge because it hasn't really got as much of a narrative, in my opinion. Next one is Sui. I'm going to have to personally put this into A tier list, a coin which I've been observing for quite a long time now because I was filling up my bags with the ADAs, Solana's back then, and also Render, for example. But Sui is a coin which I think has a really good potential as we go in. There's a lot of narrative about Sui being a Solana killer, but I'm going to have to put Sui in A tier list. Again, with the market cap, I think that it's got a decent amount of room to grow this cycle, and yeah, it's a coin that I personally like. XRP, for the moment, guys, I'm gonna have to put it in a B tier list, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why would you put it here? And the reason is, it's the coin which I've been in for a while, and it's done incredibly well for me. But I think at the current time, it's gonna struggle to continue to have as good of returns as something like a XLM here, although it has done exceptionally well. Actually, maybe let's just put that to an A tier list. I think that it still can perform well now, XRP potentially, but I think in terms of getting some crazy returns from it, it's going to be a little bit more difficult as the market cap has started to grow. So the next one here is Tron. Again, we've seen it perform quite well in the last year or so, and I still think this coin does have decent potential, but there's been a couple issues, I believe, with the founder, which for me is a reason why I wouldn't put it any higher than this. But I do think that this coin could potentially do well, but again, it's very, very difficult to say. Render, for me, hate it or love it, I'm going to have to put it in S tier. I really, really like the partnerships that Render has with Hollywood and Nvidia. It's rendering combined with the fact that it's in this AI space that's growing with a relatively low market cap, and I just think, for me personally, Render is a coin that can do super, super well. Casper, again, personally, I'm going to have to put that in NA because I don't really know much about. Along with Uniswap, believe that's an exchange coin, and not really much I can comment on those. The next one is OKX, and this again is one of those exchange coins that I don't really personally know too much about, but it has performed very well in the last couple months, but I'm not going to comment on that as I don't know enough about it. AVAX, or Avalanche, is one of those coins that a lot of people love as well. I personally am going to have to put this in B tier. I think this is fair with the real world asset use case. With its narrative, for me personally, it's not a coin that I'm currently in, but I do think that is a coin that can perform well. I do know someone who owns a lot of this and is very, very bullish on it. Again, when we look at real world assets and the likes of HBAR and XLM and some of these coins being in here, I think that the real world asset case, if that starts to take off, can do really, really well and, boost performance there for AVAX. And as AVAX is in the real world asset class, I think that if this class starts to do quite well, I think that this coin has got quite a lot of potential to perform well when we consider the market cap. Next one is ICP. I'm going to have to put this currently in the C tier list. It's going to be a little bit difficult to say personally, because this coin has struggled quite a lot. But when I look at some of the advancements that ICP have been making, such as with caffeine and its integration, I do think that this coin does have potential to do well, and I think that some things are being overlooked with ICP just purely because of its price action. When we look at the things, it's winning quite a few polls across the board, and not many people are speaking about it. So in my opinion, it's still a coin that has got potential to come back and do quite well, but I wouldn't go absolutely crazy and say it can do an absolutely insane return. But again, here we go. There's no guarantees with crypto whatsoever. Again, Polkadot, in my opinion, I'm going to put that into D tier. It's a coin which I actually lost money on back in, I believe, 2022. I bought in pretty much at the top, I believe 2022, around this point, and ended up losing the money and selling. That's when I pretty much first got back into crypto, when I was just after I bought ADA. I think with Polkadot, I haven't seen that much and advancements that they've been making over the last couple of years. Again, someone in the comments can let me know what they have been doing, but for me personally, I haven't seen much narrative around it, and I think some of these newer shiny coins, such as the Suis, which are coming out, are starting to gain a bit more narrative and traction. In my opinion, have the ability to perform better, but I'm not saying Polkadot can't. For me, HBAR, I'm also going to have to put this into S tier. It's another coin that's done super, super well for me. Again, I wish I accumulated more, but when it's under the real world asset use case, I think this coin's got a lot of potential. It's done very well so far. It's got its partnerships with Boeing, Dell, so it's just one of those coins that I think can do well. Teo, I'm going to have to put this in a B tier. It's I believe, one of the largest AI coins by market cap out there. It's one of those coins which I think can do quite well. Again, we talk about AI and how that is a growing space and how it is set to expand massively over the next 5 to 10 years. So when we look at Teo and its use case, I think that it's a coin that can perform well. Again, Polygon is not a coin which I'm personally in. I know a lot of people like Polygon, and I'm not saying that it's a bad coin, but I'm going to have to put it in there as I don't know enough about it. Next one, guys, is Near, and I do think Near can perform quite well. I'm going to personally put this in the C tier list. Again, it's another AI coin. I do like AI, and I do think that this narrative has got a lot of potential to perform well. Its market cap is fairly similar to Teo here, but I think that if we do get an AI narrative resurge back, I think that this coin will be set to perform quite well. But at the end of the day, there's no guarantees with crypto in any narrative or any space whatsoever. So yeah, next one is Ondo. Personally, I don't mind Ondo. I think that it's a coin can do quite well. We've talked about before the real world use case, the real world asset here for Ondo, but end of the day, I think it's got a lot of room to grow. So yeah, last one, guys, is Pepe, and I'm gonna have to put this into the CT list because it's basically just based on hype. It's a coin that can do well and has done well, but again, when you follow coins which don't have, in my opinion, as good fundamentals, I think that a lot of people will potentially struggle to do well on it, and I don't want people to lose money. So, in my opinion, I'm just gonna have to put that there. Thank you very much for watching, and hope this provided you with some kind of value.